What's up, everybody? GM. Jeej. Thank you for the 45 months, Jeej. GMO, GM Sheepy, GM Stubby, and GM Tank. How y'all doing? I'm happy to be back. I'm a little jet lagged. I wasn't jet lagged right when I got home, but then all of that got destroyed when I went to bed like a little too early. What's up, Mulgore? How you doing? But I'm doing great. I've got my coffee. You know how it is. I'm using my Japan mug, even though I got this last time I was in there. But I need that caffeine today, for sure. It'll be a chill coloring stream. I'll probably, I'll go through some of my travels, and then I got a Japanese pack of avatar cards to open. Luckily, we've opened enough of these that I know what the cards are, but now they're going to be all in Japanese. What's up, Lifelongs? How you doing? World Traveler, yeah, it's funny. I've been like a world traveler, but the only place I've been is Japan. Like back in 2016, I went to Ireland and London, and then I haven't been outside of the country since. I went to Japan September last year, and then I went to Japan again in February, and then I went to Japan again last week. So I need to explore more parts of the world. But I just love Japan so much, and whenever a buddy is like, hey, I think I'm gonna be planning a trip to Japan, it's hard for me to say no. Like, it's right there. When you're on the West Coast, you feel like it's pretty easy to get to Japan. Just like one flight over. But I had a ton of fun. I'll go through some pictures I took. And then we'll get to some coloring and stuff. I think if let me make sure my Photoshop is set up. Okay, good. Yes, pictures, yeah. I haven't been able to edit any of them. Not that that really matters. Some of the lighting and stuff. It was cool. So I took photos on my phone, and then I took photos. I have a little, actually, maybe I've never shown this on stream. Last year I got this little camera. Africa trip when? Actually, that's interesting. I'd do it. The only thing I'm hesitant with the Africa trip is how many shots you need to get there, like vaccines. So I'd have to plan around that. Because I heard you need a lot. But I would love to see it because I want to see more places. And not that there's anything wrong with Europe. I definitely want to go to Europe. I feel like I want to travel to other places that aren't so cliche. Because I've just gone to Japan and Ireland and the UK, which as an American, that isn't that crazy. But I got this camera last year, and this is sort of just a classic digital camera, but it's slightly nicer, barely. One of my photographer friends recommended if you want something that's quick, easy, cheap, but can also take a really good shot. This is the thing. So I pretty much carry this everywhere I go when I leave. And I have it set up to where it embeds, it embeds the date in the photo. Which photographers probably hate that I do that, but I love it because I like that it tells you exactly when I took the photo. Although for Japan, I forgot to go up a day because I forgot the time zone switch. So all the photos are behind a day, but I don't really care as long as it's roughly. It might be reversed, I'm not sure, but it's a power shot ELPH 360 HS. And I can actually type that in. But I highly recommend it. It was actually kind of tough to find the purple one, but once I saw that there was a purple one, I paid a little bit more to get it because I love color. That's the camera. And Canon. It's a Canon, but I think if you were to type in all of that, first thing I hear is quick, easy, and cheap. Take a really good shot. Yeah, it's I guess same friend I went to Japan with. He was on an outing with a bunch of other photographers, and obviously they bring their like big equipment, good stuff. But then one of the photographers there had this exact camera, just for like quick shots, just like not thinking too hard about it. Just want to get a good shot, and with the flash, you know, it gives you that classic digital camera look. But the photos that person took like looked amazing, and I'm like, okay, this camera can take good photos if you're good at taking photos, but it's also just generally a good camera. So I have a nice but older Sony DSLR, but I have to say I usually default to using my iPhone. Well, I agree. No, I fully agree that iPhone is better for quick, you know, and easy. Because even some of the shots I took in Japan, like when it started to get nighttime, iPhone outperformed this camera in every single way. The reason I like having a digital camera is because like it just because it's a camera, like I'm intentionally trying to take photos with it, and for some reason with my iPhone I don't like taking photos with it. I'm weird. Like before Japan, I feel like the last photo I took on my phone was like 2 weeks ago or something. I just never take photos on my phone. That's a me thing. I don't know why. Man, the Canon's Tepnu approves. Yeah. But yeah, Canon quality. Because, like, some of the best shots are like when you're at like a bar or like somewhere like darker, but you're inside. And you like use the flash to take like a selfie of you and some friends, and it just has that like look to it that I really enjoy. So although none of those shots were what I did in Japan, you're gonna see a lot of landscapes and snow. It snowed a bunch while we were there because basically let's see, maybe I could do this actually. I'm really bad at verbally explaining things sometimes, so it helps that I have a drawing board right here. I'll just hide this and then do like, oh, I gotta get my keyboard over. Oh no, I accidentally opened up Photoshop on this computer. All right, let's close that. All right. Let's see, did this shift over? Yep, okay. So what I was gonna say is for people who don't know Japan that well, I had to clean snow off my truck Saturday. I'm done with the snow now. Dude, that's the funny thing is like, I've never had to deal with snow my like whole life. I've always lived on the southern side of America. And so I've never had to like deal with snow. I've only gotten to like have fun with snow when I'm like visiting a northern state, or like the one-off time that it like snows in Japan, in Georgia. But we never even had to shovel then. Yeah. Bars, friends, snow. Yeah. We all want to know about the duffel bag. Oh, the duffel bag worked really well. The duffel bag worked really well, actually. The fact that it's just a backpack, and it like, basically I ended up buying more. Surprise, surprise. And I was still able to fit everything in this duffel bag. It worked really well. Highly recommend it. The only thing it doesn't have is like extra like pockets if you want to like God, I can't say that word. Organize differently. Wow, I really cannot say that word right now. But I was gonna show y'all like, you know, I'm gonna do a very, very rough sketch of Japan. You know, Japan kind of goes something like I think it might connect there, but you know, Japan is something like I'm actually really give me a sec. I'm gonna get an actual map of Japan, but I'm really curious how like my like quick sketch of Japan how accurate I just got. I don't think I'm that accurate, but okay. Okay. I'm just curious now. Okay, I was pretty close for doing something really quickly. Let's multiply that. So, you know, I had like yeah. I was pretty close. I'll take that. You know, I sort of got it there. But basically, the trip that I took was, let me do this now that we have an actual map. So, let me even lower that a little bit. Close enough. Yeah, close enough. I was excited. So from LA, you know, we fly to okay, Jeej, chill. Alright, from LA, I fly to Tokyo. Yeah, let me get rid of this movie. Fly to Tokyo. And Tokyo's right there. And then we immediately jump on another flight. And go to not Akihabara. Oh my gosh, I'm already forgetting everything about my trip. Clon, just know that Mojave must really like you. Wait, to be here on Fallout Season 2 day? Wait, it's today? It's weekly? You have to wait for your watch party? Oh my god, wait, does that actually drop this week? Yeah, I haven't seen a single ad for it either. Thank you for updating me. I haven't seen a single update for it either. Asahikawa. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Hell yeah. Actually, I'm really pumped to hear that. Asahikawa. Okay. Kawa. Dude, I like already forgot. It's because we went to Akihabara and then my head just keeps thinking Akihabara. Yeah, it was supposed to drop tomorrow, but they dropped it a day early. Wow. So it's out. So like I can watch it today. Is that an Amazon? Who does Fallout again? What streaming platform? It's been a while. Amazon? Okay. I have to pay for it? If I have Amazon Prime, I can watch it? Or do you have to have like another like type of subscription for it? Kimono when? Okay, cool. So I can watch it with Prime. Thank God. I did a kimono the first time I went to Japan when we did like a green tea matcha ceremony. It was really cool actually. And we were in the full kimono, like traditional kimono getup, which was awesome. Let me see if this works. Okay, so looking at the map below here, my mini nuke popcorn bucket is ready. I noticed in the in your 24-hour stream there was like a Brotherhood of Steel helmet like up on a shelf. I'm like, you got to be wearing that too. Although then you couldn't eat the popcorn, or really, I'm guessing like watch. But I could just see like watching in that. Yeah, Fallout is back, Sheepy. I'm learning this too. I didn't even, just like what Jeej said, like I haven't seen a single ad for it. So I'm very thankful for the update on stream because I had no idea. And I'm very excited about the show. Yeah, there's a collection back there. Yeah, I loved it. I was like looking at that shelf when y'all were streaming. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. So with Japan, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Let me do this actually. Can I scoot this over? Okay. So I'm kind of going through the map here. We went to Tokyo, but then we immediately went to Asahikawa, and which is where these photos will start making sense. So I wish I could have edited these because like everything is so gray, and I'd like to like brighten it up and make it white. Typically, when you take photos, I've learned a lot from photographers. You want to take your photo a little bit darker if possible, just like a tiny bit darker. Then the opposite, brighter, because in post you can make it brighter and there's more control if you've left the photo a little dark. So I haven't done any edits to these, but essentially the second day because when we got there we were tired. We just took a 12-hour flight with another like 2-hour flight, and there's all the like in-betweens of that. So we're exhausted. We went to bed, woke up the next day, kind of explored Asahikawa. But then my buddy scheduled like a taxi tour to go around that area and tour like kind of well-known photography spots, but also not well-known. I guess you kind of have to know, but it's essentially a tree tour. Like we were looking at different trees, and he probably took way better photos than me. But this was the first tree that we stopped at, and on our way there, it was like heavy snow. And this was like, we didn't take a charter bus, we took a taxi. And Arizona dropped some cool posters that come with 12 packs. Yeah, couldn't resist. Yeah, knowing you, Mo, I was like, if anything has anything Fallout, you're gonna figure it out. That's awesome though. But this was like one of the tour buses that was at this location. I genuinely, you could not see past this bus. It was just like a void of white. And then some other trees. This wasn't a part of the tree tour. It just were some trees. And I thought it looked cool with how like the snow was piling up. Yeah, that's a whiteout. Yeah, I'm realizing that now. And then this was another tree. I didn't think this one was that cool. But like the main tree is called the Christmas tree. And this is the top of the taxi that we took. I thought it just looked cool in snow, mainly. But this is like the tree. This is literally called the Christmas tree. And it's like a single, this is getting cut off. You kind of need you need it to be centered. This is literally like a single tree that's in like a gigantic field, and it's roped off from people like walking up to it, so it remains like looking untouched. And it quite literally looks like just this tree in a void of white. And at first when we were taking this tour, I heard about the oh my god, cheap views. Wait. We just got cheap views, y'all. Thank you, Populous Lighthouse DPF. I appreciate the cheap views. Unfortunately, we are not looking for cheap views today. So, unfortunately, because you chose to give us cheap views on the wrong day, you are getting banned from this chat. So long. Oh my god, it's happening. We just got cheap views. I didn't ask for any today, Populous. But when I heard about this tour, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna go take a picture of like a tree. We're taking a picture of a tree, but then you see it in person, and you're like, okay, it's actually pretty beautiful looking. And then like literally, so if this is me taking a picture of the tree, if I was to do like a 180, this is what was behind me. So this is where like people were lining up to go take photos of it. It's literally just like, and you can kind of see like the power lines. The power lines were like what was roped off, and then it actually there was like a little like creek thing, so you couldn't even try to get past it. Yeah, it looks like the last moments for an apocalypse. It was snowing, and as someone who's not used to this type of snow, it was really cool. And then a bit more context, that's the Christmas tree. But I just took a picture of the light pole because I wanted to give context of like, that's the tree in the middle of nowhere, but there is stuff, you know, in between all of that. It should be roped off with the electrical lines. Yeah. You'll get zapped if you go any further. And then the next day, we're still in Asahikawa because we spent 2 nights there. And right before we were going to Sapporo, we took this trip down to a place called Furano. And Furano is a very famous like ski resort area, but we weren't there to ski. We were there to take pictures. So they had this like really cool, I have a better video of it, but I'm just going to show pictures of it. I'm just going to show y'all what I took on my digital camera. But it was a bunch of like, probably like, if I was to throw out a number, like 24 of these little huts that were like, maybe it was less than that. Maybe it was a little less than 24, maybe like 18 actually. That seems like a safer number. But there's a bunch of these little like cabin homes that were like, they weren't homes, they were like storefronts for artists. So every one of these was like a little storefront for an artist who does like a very like handcraft thing. Like it pretty much all of them did something handcraft. And so you can kind of see, I should have taken a better picture, but there was a bunch of them and you sort of like went into the woods and there was like more and more of them. Hey, what's up, Ducks fan? How you doing? Looks like Gatlinburg. I've actually never seen Gatlinburg, but I'll trust you on that. And then here's like another picture of them. So this place was really cool. Unfortunately, we did not get to spend enough time here, and really, we were there so my friend could take pictures of it at night because it just like lights up with Christmas lights. But unfortunately, we quickly found out that the last bus to leave here was like basically gonna happen in like 16 minutes. So we had to like sprint to the bus stop to make it back in time. So then, you know, from Asahikawa, this is when we take like a train ride and land in like Sapporo. Oh yeah. So now we're in Sapporo, but unfortunately, because how the day went, we only got to spend like a night in Sapporo. We spent barely any time in Sapporo, but I did have a Sapporo in Sapporo. That was the main goal. So unfortunately, Sapporo was mainly just a destination to sleep, and we were closer to the airport there. So then we travel a little bit further down and take like we take another flight. We actually take like a flight over here, and then we like take a train in, and now we're at a place called Tendo. which is located in Yamagata. And let me draw some arrows here. And Tendo is by far my favorite place to go. I think Tendo was very, very cool. It definitely was like, you don't see a lot of tourists there, which I think was the best part. Like, not that many people go to this area. And so this was me taking a flight of the local flight. What's up, Mr. Bilani? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome on in. Sorry, I didn't see your comment at first. Going through my Japan trip real quick. Tendo, the birthplace of Nintendo. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna take your word on that. Life belongs. I'm just gonna assume that that's fact. They're like, what do we name this company? Nin. No. It needs to be more than that. Well, we're located in Tendo. So it's like the like big city is Yamagata, but then like one of like the little like smaller areas you can go is called Tendo. And so this is the local flight that I took. Saw some clouds, had to take a picture of them. And then the room that we got had its own little private onsen, because not only were we in Tendo, we were specifically in Tendo Onsen. And usually when a little town has onsen in the name, it means it has like natural springs, or like it has like onsens there. And so our room had its own like little private onsen, and then it had its little like breakfast area. And basically when we got there, this was the only time me and my friends like shared a room, because we wanted to like have a nicer room, and this just felt like the place to do it. And this was really sick. We had no idea this came with the room, but this was like a room attached to your room that staff members could also get into. And you told them the time that you wanted to have breakfast, so we were like, 7:30 a.m. is when we're gonna have breakfast. And so you can hear them at like 7:15, like starting to like set up your breakfast. And then at 7:30, you go in there, and then they bring in like a cart and like give you a bunch of food. Very cool. Highly recommend going to this area if you're trying to go to Japan. This was a very cool experience. And honestly, because we went in like an off season, it was actually really cheap. Like, this cost the same amount as like a normal hotel in America. It was insane, but you're getting like so much more. This was just outside of this. It was like a garden that they had inside of the hotel. It was like the hotel was like a square, and you know, there's rooms all the way around the square, but then inside of that was like a garden that everyone's room looked into. And so I took a picture of, you know, they give you the socks, the sandals, the whole like Yamata, I think that's what it's called, which is pajamas basically that you can wear inside. And so that place was really sick. And off of this town, we go to another town that has like a famous shrine, and this is the town. This is looking at the town from the shrine, and this is looking at like, it was basically like really high up on the hill. And this is, we did not go to this because this is like run down, and I don't know how you get over there. But this is sort of the shrine. Unfortunately, I'm standing at where the bigger shrine is, but it had so much scaffolding on it that I didn't want to take a picture of it. And so this thing like pretty much was like kind of off the side of a mountain, and like it just looked down at this town. Like right next to this was that picture of that little shrine, but now I'm looking like down at it. I should have taken a better photo. And then later that day, we went to another place called Ginzen Onsen. And this place, you had to get a tour guide. You like had to get some way to get in, because they don't let a lot of people in. They like don't want this place to be overpopulated. And it's literally this red bridge for anyone who's seen Spirited Away. this is the inspiration. This town is the inspiration of like the bridge and the little like spa building that's in Spirited Away. So Miyazaki came here and he's like, I'm gonna make an animated movie about this. Did you hold your breath while crossing the bridge? I did not. Is that a thing? I was definitely breathing on this bridge because I eventually took photos on it. And so there's just like one angle of it, of one side, and then this was the angle of the other side. Were you supposed to hold your breath? That's interesting. No one told us anything about this place. Although it's been around for a long time. And that like... Oh, from Spirited Away they hold their breath. No, I'm not remembering either. Also, let me close something. Oh yeah, they can sell the humans. That's what it is. Yeah. No, I did not. And then this is kind of like another angle of it. So it's pretty much just like this town with a river running through it. And apparently, that's what they did in the movie. I need to watch that movie again. It's been a long time. It feels like it's been a long time since I've watched it. Oh, okay, so this place. So I already posted the picture on, can I not make this bigger? I already posted a picture of this on Twitter. I'm trying to remember. A regularly scheduled Clon is back? Yeah, we're back. We're back for sure. And even though I'll be with family next week, I'm gonna bring this time. I am gonna bring my stream setup. So I'll be streaming. I don't expect everyone to make it because it's holiday times, but I'll be streaming. I'll try to find like something fun to stream. We never finished our studio. Yeah, we never finished our marathon, but we did watch a lot of them. Definitely ones that I had never seen before or heard of. And now one of those is my favorite. Oh yeah. I was actually thinking about pulling out the CLONimals in a sec. And I also have this this pack of Japanese avatar cards to open. So we can do that at the same time. But I posted about this already. This was probably like my highlight of the trip. So we're in Tendo Onsen, which is like a very small town. There's not too much to do, but we were looking up like where can we go drink, basically, where we can go to a bar. And the reviews to this place was like the bartender is like the reason you want to go. The bartender is amazing. And that's always a good sign. Whenever the bartender is good, that's like a good sign you should go to that bar. And so it was like a whiskey bar. There's the guy. That's Suzuki. He's got like every kind of whiskey you can imagine. And a lot of it was Japanese. And he's playing Gremlins on the TV. And this place is tiny. But in like the description of the place, it's like, I don't speak English. You're gonna have to use a translator. And at first we thought that was like a warning of like, if you speak English, like don't come. But it was actually like a nice thing. He's like trying to warn you. He's like, please, if you come, just like use a translator. And so that's exactly what we did. And we ended up having like a full conversation with this guy. Because with the translator app, you can go in a conversation mode where you click, you talk, it says out, it translates in audio what you say, then it switches and lets the other person tap the screen, say what they want, and then it says it back at you. So it was cool. We had like a full conversation with this guy, and he was we had a great night with him. And I feel like this is a very Japanese thing to do, is like when they want to like welcome you in and you start getting friendlier with them, like they start to give you food. And he really liked having our company, and we were the only people in the bar. And so he made us this it's like duck, a carrot and radishes with like some mayonnaise. and it was really good. It was just like I love that this was like bar food in Japan, at least at this place, and it was really good. And then he gave us like sliced pears afterwards that were like from some region. But then he asks us, he's like, hey, like, what do you guys do for a living? And no, this was the first time I had duck, actually. This was literally the first time I've had duck, I think. It's the first time I remember having duck, and it was delicious. I don't know what to compare it to. Actually, I'm forgetting, but it was good. I did not ask him for a Baja Blast. I would love to see his reaction of like, can I get a Baja Blast? And he'd be like, what are you talking about? Because actually funny, different story about that. When Jeej and I were in Japan, we did end up finding a Taco Bell. And I didn't want anything from the Taco Bell food-wise, but I was like, oh, Jeej, let me get a Baja Blast. And they don't have Baja Blast in Japan. So I don't think they know what it is unless they've come to America. But basically, yeah, I ate the duck. I'm mildly offended. I'm sorry. I didn't want to be rude. He set this all up for us and everything. It was a very kind gesture. I had to eat the duck, Ducks fan. No, yeah, I know. It is tasty. I was surprised. It was pretty good. And so he asks us what we do for a living. And I was like, oh, I illustrate. And at first, like, I don't think the word illustrate translated right, but then I said art and stuff. And I was like, do you have a pen and paper? And he's like, oh, one sec. And he goes and gets a pen and paper, and I draw Blue Cat and Chugs on there. And he was so excited. And he like takes a picture of it to do a reverse Google search, and it pulls up the Macy's parade. And he's like, wait, is this you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he's like, and he translates, and this was like the sweetest thing. For some reason, this was the sweetest thing for me. He's like, am I allowed to keep this? I would like to frame it. And I'm like, of course. Like, of course you can take this and frame it. That is literally the reason I do this. When I like draw a picture, if I'm like out and about, is like, if you can now cherish this, like, I don't want this. I would just ball it up and throw it away, because it doesn't take me long to draw it. And so he loved it. And then he was like, can I get a picture with you? And so that's the reason for the picture, although I probably would have asked for a picture too. And so the dude loved it. He was so happy about this. And now I'm like, if I ever go back to Japan, and if it makes sense, I'd love to go back and see if it was like on the wall or something, or if he still has it, you know? But he was such a nice guy. I think I have, let's give him a shout out. If you're ever in Tendo, go to Le Bar Suzuki. His name is Suzuki. He's had this bar for 15 years. But he's been doing like whiskey bar, like bartending. Sorry, this is the word I'm looking for, like 25 years. And I'm like, man, you look young. I didn't think he was that old. And, but then once he said all that, I was like, dang, you've been doing this for a while, man. So that's his bar. If you're ever around that part of town. Very nice guy. Ask if Blue Cat and Chugs are there. And then I don't have many more photos that I took. It definitely got to the part of the trip that then from Tendo. Where's my mouse here? From Tendo is when we made it back to Tokyo. So that was the trip that we took. And then in Tokyo is when we just did like shopping. And that's when I got like magic cards and stuff. I'm rude for not giving him huge balloon. Yeah. Could you imagine? Hey, here's like a gigantic balloon. So that was a fun trip. I really, really enjoyed it. It was cool to like go to places that I wouldn't normally go to. Sorry, I had to let my friend know when I was gonna open the Japanese pack of magic cards. But basically, once we made it to Tokyo, it was just like all shopping and stuff, which I was okay with, because by that point we had pretty much just like eaten food, and then which was great. We had a lot of good food. You can't go wrong in Japan. But I will say, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but now going for a third time in like, let's just say a year and a half span. I've been 3 times to Japan. I'm ready to like chill for a sec. I feel like I've seen a lot of it, and it is a beautiful country. Well, I'm like, it's too easy to spend money there. I highly recommend going. What was the best food I had? During this trip, and I don't know if it was just because I was like starving at this point, but we actually went to an Indian restaurant in Japan, and that ended up being my favorite meal because I cleaned it out. Like everything I ordered, like there was nothing left. I was so hungry. So I think, oh, Jeej messed with the settings on this camera. Oh my god, it totally looks like the trip we went on. Wait, what? Yeah, Robbie, Flamingo just asked what my favorite food was. And there was a lot of good food there. And, okay, sorry. I did not expect my camera to be, I forgot Jeej had to use this for something custom land. Okay, I think I'm good. But I was saying that it might have been because this was like when I was starving, but the Indian restaurant was one of my favorites. It was just like when it happened, it was so good. But obviously, no, don't worry about it, Jeej. I'm mostly just kidding. So here, let me get the camera going. Yeah, it was so good. And honestly, other shout out was that vegan place that we went to in Harajuku. That was so good. Whatever like soy meat they made there needs to make its way to America in like a very popular way. It was like a teriyaki soy meat burger, and it was so good. It was so good. Still thinking about it. It was so good. But obviously, like, we didn't have any like fancy sushi or anything. The sushi was good. Ramen. I mean, you can't go wrong with ramen. The ramen's always good, no matter what. Let's see. Nope, that. Why? Okay. Okay, so then. Oh no, I just messed it up. Okay. And the cool, yeah. I just told the story about the whiskey bar, about Suzuki. I'm like, dude, if anyone goes to Japan, you have to go there. And then you have to tell me if Blue Cat is on the wall. That's the deal. So, look at those beautiful drawings. Real quick, Ravi, you're not in a hurry for another meeting, are you? I was just trying to text you ahead of time. We're about to open these as well. But I wanted to look at the I could do it in any order. But I wanted to show off Jeej's CLONimals. Or Jeej's Jeejimals, as I should say. So I've seen the energetic elephant. I'm gonna take these off as well. You cleared your schedule for this. Hey everybody, he's about to open a pack of Japanese avatar cards. I gotta be there. Wait. Someone... Anyways, sorry, I just got distracted for a second. So I saw this one, and then when I was on the train is when you were drawing, you're finishing up the colorful capybara, which I think is amazing. I do think this one's my favorite. It's very Jeej. Are you in here to talk about your Jeejimals?
I have to make an appearance. You know?
Well, I love the colorful capybara. Look at that face.
Look at its face.
The kiwi, which you destroyed because you. I was laughing on the train. I was like, we were basically on this like packed train for a while.
I tried to draw a kiwi, okay?
And I was just laughing.
Came out cursed.
Because Jeej was trying to draw a kiwi on a kiwi, and then you get this. And I was like, put a face on it. And I was thinking you would put like eyeball here, eyeball here.
And make that the mouth? You're crazy.
Well, it would have made it look like you would have just. It wouldn't have been a butthole kiwi anymore. It just would have been like a face. It would have
still looked like a butthole.
Yeah, a cursed kiwi. The mole.
Oh wait, there is a bad mole rat. Don't show it.
This?
I don't know if I threw it away. Oh. No. Wait, that's the good. Oh, it's on the back of the sheet. Oh, okay. You're not allowed to look at it. Don't show it on stream.
What is that?
I told you it came out. I should have done it vertical. Mistakes were made.
Oh my god. What is that, Jeej?
I know. That's why you're not allowed to show it.
And we got a roaring turkey. Love the eyelashes.
That was not even from the stream. That was like practice run.
Oh,
this one I did with my left hand.
Freaky Jeej. Yeah. Oh yeah, you did this one with your left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it definitely looks like a horse.
It's a seahorse.
No, I know, but that looks like a horse.
Well, thank you.
I think the one on the back is the best one. So I take it all of you saw it, right?
Well, I mean, if people were there for the beginning of it, then yes, they saw it.
Snuggly shrimp.
That was also a practice one.
Bluey back. Bulky. Sorry.
He's bulked up.
It was the shine. It was the shine on there. This one's holographic.
Yeah.
Wow. And I loved Sonic.
Sonic came out.
This hedgehog is happy.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a foil, Rubby.
Yeah. Napping naked mole rat. Okay. Oh, I love the Baja. I get the pretty peacock.
He's bubbly, so he's drinking bubbles.
I have a Tapir drawing.
Is it Taper? I've been saying Tapir.
It probably is Tapir. I think I'm usually the one who pronounces it wrong.
I've never heard anybody say it, so.
Sorry, I'm too busy chilling. I like the lazier lemur. But I do think just because I know you, this one's my favorite one.
Yeah, that one was like first try, and it just came out so
Typer.
Freaking cute. Diaper? Typer? Okay.
I'm assuming that's what.
You could show the cursed mole rat for 1 second.
No, JK.
Ready? Now get rid of it!
Out of respect to Jeej, I'll hide it. So I hope you saw it for a second. Yeah.
Maybe you guys screenshot.
It's actually Taper.
I don't know.
Is that what I said?
Taper.
I think I said.
I said Tapir.
Oh, so I said it right. Okay, cool. That's for real.
Taper.
Okay, cool.
Taper.
Yeah,
The peacock is the one.
Must have been the wind. Wait. Did you say that?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that's an Oblivion reference.
No.
Must have been the wind.
Wasn't me.
At least that's an Oblivion reference to me. You had to go back and look at the VOD. Yeah, like what did this thing look like?
Oh, of the cursed mole rat?
Yeah, the cursed mole rat.
It's pretty bad. And it just kept getting worse every time I tried to fix it.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great. So...
Clon, what am I looking at?
Now, what am I looking at? That thing is crazy.
It's when I did the cheeks, it got really bad.
The mouth. I would have just looked at Rufus from Kim Possible.
Okay, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
No.
No.
Not after seeing that.
It was my first mess up.
How'd Jeej try to name the cards? Yeah. I don't think Jeej would be able to name them.
Name what cards?
Oh no, someone clipped it.
No.
It's clipped.
Secret art.
It's clipped. No one's forgetting the secret G tool. Yeah, that's
Don't
like the.
Don't get us canceled.
That's the ultra rare.
Don't get us canceled, please.
That's the ultra rare. Yeah. Can we get a Jeej fit check? Yeah, one sec. It's the Jeej fit check.
Airbrush top, airbrush shirt.
Jeans.
Big bud jeans.
Oh, is it Big Bud?
Yeah. They're new carpenter style. Would you wear these? Would you wear carpenter pants?
I do like pockets.
They got rid of the pencil pants.
Well, that's why I'm glad I have a bunch of pairs of them.
I know. I was like, my husband literally has like 5 pairs of the pencil pants. He loves them.
Wait, no, I'm not getting a tattoo of that one. Oh,
of the curse mole rat?
Only CLONimals. Only CLONimals are allowed. No Jeejimals.
What the?
No offense.
What the F?
Yeah, no offense. I could go bad. There's only like 1 or 2 I'd want.
Yeah, these are a straight leg. Yeah, he doesn't like baggy though. He likes. Although I guess your corduroys are.
Are you kidding me? I'm wearing really baggy pants right now.
But you like when they taper at the ankle. These ones taper a little bit.
No, they don't.
Okay, maybe they don't.
No, these are my skate.
But that was why he liked the pencil.
I got these in Japan last time I was in Japan.
All right, I have to go to work, but.
Are we gonna expect Custom Land on stream?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know who they are.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know who runs that account.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's open these real quick. I've been dying to open these. Gotta hope we get something good. I did like buy some singles because in Japan it's like some of the cards are right on the money of what they would cost in America, and there's a lot of English cards in Japan. Merry Hitmas, same. I really hope so. It's like some of the cards are right on the money of what you'd pay for here, but then like once in a while there'd be like a card that's like dirt cheap that would cost way more in America. And some of these are English cards too. The singles that we bought. Okay. So I'm gonna open these in a different way. So all the hits are down here. I'm gonna open them up this way. What card is that? Wait, obviously I've had to seed in this card. I've now collected every card in this set. Of the main set. There's like 2 types of sets. I'm not worried about the second one. What is this card? I was trying to name them all, but I don't know what that one is. Oh, that's the pirate parrot guy. I was doing way better with the pack I opened in Japan, like naming them. So these are all like the common cards. There are some common cards that we really... Iguana Parrot. There you go. That's exactly it. And then this one is Azula Always Lies. Hama, the Bloodbender. Sick card. Serpent of the Pass or something? Watering the plants? Yeah. No, more like taking the water from the plants. I really want to get the Boomerang Basics one. Jet. The Freedom Fighter. Oh wait, I'm pretty sure I have this one in one of my decks. So I'm like trying to throw in some Japanese cards here and there. Yeah, Deny Entry. That's exactly what it is. And this one is you counterspell and then don't you like draw a card? Hey, Penguin Otter. Oh, actually, this one can be useful. This is I think Bolt Bending or something. Bolt Bend. It's like the counter. I mean, I guess it is a pretty expensive card, so maybe not. Okay, I think we're about to get... Yes! I literally wanted the Waterfall land card in Japanese. Yeah, this one, because this is my favorite land from the whole set. I'm glad I got that one. Okay, so now we're in the hits. Now we're where it matters. And we're really hoping for some good hits here. Zuko, okay, I'll take it. Fire Lord Zuko in Japanese. I'll definitely take that. Secret tunnel guys. Apparently, I think people thought they'd be good at first, but then they're not that good. Okay, come on. Give me a hit here. Ooh, I don't have this version of the Fire Nation Palace. I think that's what this is. That's a cool looking card. Okay. I don't have this card, I'm pretty sure. And I can't tell you what it says. Yeah. If you were bending, which one would you be? Probably firebending. Not by choice. I think I just would be firebending. Oh, actually. He's in my deck. He's like a main person in my deck. And it's like the borderless shiny version of it. Hakoda. And now I just have to, the problem is, you know, you play a card like this and you like have to remember what it says. But I'd probably be firebending because I'm a fire sign. I'm an Aries. There's like basically what do I think I would be and what would I want? I think I would be firebending by birth. And then I think I would want, after thinking about this this question for a long time, I think I would want airbending. Airbending seems really sick because you can always airbend. There's never a situation where you cannot airbend, you know? What magic colors do you lean towards? Well, if I'm going off of my roster, 100% blue. I think just about every single commander I've chosen has blue in it. I think I also like red and white. Like, I like them all. The only one I don't, the one I've never used is green. I've never made anything with green in it. And I think the Avatar set will be the first time I do something with green in it. Let's see. So I'm glad about this. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, this isn't the Fire Nation Palace, or it's gotta be. That looks just like it. And then Fire Lord Zuko, which is cool. Although I really wanted the neon Fire Lord Zuko. But this guy's cool because he'll go in my deck. So like my Sokka deck is red, white, blue, and I actually kind of like it. And then there were cards that I just straight up bought too. So I bought the White Lotus tile, and because it has this little notch at the top, right there, you can see that. It was cheap. I think because of that quality, you know, hit, it like became a much cheaper card. I don't care. I just want the card. And this is a card where I think I can know what it says. It's like, you tap it and every type of one creature that you had, that's how much like mana you get. Obviously, I'm gonna read up on that before I play it. Wall of Bossing Say. Basically, I wanted the field. This style is called Field Notes. And then I ended up getting 2 of these because I found this one first, and then at a different shop I found the foil version, and they were the exact same price, and they were 600 yen a piece, which is like $1.50. And then I think I can't remember if I pulled or bought this one, but then I got all these cards as well. I think, in my opinion, this was one of the cooler cards I pulled because it's just a cool art style, and it flips over and it's this, and this one like is a part of like a bigger piece that's like all illustrated. But I just love the foil on it and how like Aang in there, like the foil right there, and you flicker that. It's really cool. I love this one. And then my favorite card that I got that I already put in one of these was the Appa Steadfast Guardian. So I'm gonna like try to figure, and this one I'm glad I got in English because I actually want to use this one. And I potentially, we'll see. I think it might be a mistake. I potentially want to try to make this into a commander card. Just mono white, just like go all in on airbending. And just do like an Appa deck because it has clouds in it. And I just want a cloud deck. Surprise, surprise. So that's everything I got from Japan, or everything I did in Japan. Got some shoes, got some stuff here and there, but overall, really great time. I highly recommend Japan if you've never been. It's a very easy place to navigate. Sheepy, have you looked more into building a commander? Oh yeah, how'd my new bag hold up? It held up great. It held up really great, actually. On the last day, I bought more than I should have. And like I bought like 2 pairs of shoes, one for me, one for Jeej. And you know, shoes take up a lot of space. And I somehow managed to pack all of that in there. Wait. Did you really do that? Oh, I didn't even open Discord for stream. I needed to. Hold, I will open that up. I'm opening up Discord right now. And going online on Discord. That shows the stream. Oh my god. Oh, wow, that was fast. And I want Jeej to see this. Jeej already left, but oh my gosh. Check out the this is Jeej's naked mole rat. Oh my gosh. Check it out. It's a pretty yeah, now that you've posted this, I could see the vision Jeej was going for. I could see the vision here. It's not that bad. I don't know what Jeej is on about. Now that I see it this way, you know? I like the little mushroom lights, though. And I like the cartoony Z's that it added, too. We'll tie to that. Naked mole rats are a interesting breed of animal, if you ask me. Let's move this back over. Is it wearing a fleshy shell? I mean, that kind of is a naked mole rat, right? I always thought it was interesting that, like, Kim Possible. I want to know the reason to why they had Rufus the rat in Kim Possible. Turtle mole rat. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Avatar version. Is the turtle mole rat. Okay. Alright, so today will be pretty chill. And dang, okay, it looks like I do need to had to reconfigure my like setup. This is a little annoying. I was trying to not do this. But basically every time I try to move my like docks around in OBS, it straight up like destroy it. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. My brain right now. I move everything around, it will just 404 error my entire OBS. And it's something I need to figure out because I need to move everything around or else I can't see chat. Okay, let's move that there. that should work. Alright, that'll do for now. As long as I can see chat. So today will be a chiller stream. I'm gonna do a just coloring. I needed to warm up back into streaming. Because even though it's been a week, it always feels way longer than that when you come back to streaming. And so I now have done these in reverse. So 100 needs to go there. 99, 98. I need to warm up too with coffee. Honestly, I need like... I kind of wish Cheech was still here. I would ask for a cup of coffee. Because I'm definitely sleepy still. My problem is the first night I came back, or first day I came back, I slept at a normal time. But then yesterday, I fell asleep at like 7 p.m. I just like could not, actually a little bit later than that. But I fell asleep earlier than I should have, and that was not good, because now I feel like I've like destroyed, I was ahead of the jet lag, and now I'm like back again. Did your no coffee thing before Japan work? Yes, actually. It worked very well. The whole like where you prep yourself before you go to fight jet lag, it worked really well. Essentially, just like what I did being on the West Coast was like you go to bed a little bit later than usual, and midnight / 1 o'clock is later than I usually go to bed, and then you can't drink coffee until like a little bit later, and then you're supposed to like see sunlight at certain times of the day. Don't force yourself to stream if you're too tired. I'll stream. I think I appreciate that. I do. But we'll just color today. I think it'll be chill. I am really tired, but I think it's worth me forcing myself to stay up and not go to bed. It's one of those things where I definitely got enough sleep. You'll stream and you'll like it. Oh man, imagine if you guys were actually like that. Imagine if anyone's stream was like that, or their chat was like, no, you have to stream. That would be wild. But I think it'll be just chill today. And you know, if we want to chat about anything, it can be like a chatting stream as well. But man, do I want another cup of coffee now. So, going back to what you asked, Flamingo, I highly recommend, if you're gonna go somewhere where the time zone is like very different, doing that app, I don't know what the app is called, works like a charm. Because when we were in Japan, like my sleeping schedule was fine, my eating schedule was fine, my bathroom schedule was fine. You know, if anyone has to deal with that when they travel. And just like, it was weird. It just worked so well. Coming back, I didn't bother trying to like do the reverse. So I think that's why I'm tired. It's like, once you're back, you're back. You know, Time Shifter. Thank you, Ruby. Time Shifter is the name of the app. Yeah, I'm okay with the hashtag ad right now, because that thing was awesome. Apparently you get one trip for free, and then you have to pay for it. So we did the one trip for free. But yeah, it was really cool. Like, I wouldn't do it if I go back to Georgia. That's not like a massive time difference. But it was very cool. It worked really well. Highly recommend. yeah, I'm just gonna, basically today, just gonna come in and start making edits. Maybe I shouldn't be so zoomed in. If I zoom in that much, I'm gonna like over edit and clean up. I would like to finish CLONimals by the end of the year, so that in 2026 we're definitely done with them. At least the CLONimals themselves. And then I want to send everyone their CLONimal. At least like the PNG of it, so you can start using it. Am I using the right brush? I'm not. Okay, whatever. Won't matter too much. Because I'd like to start thinking about my schedule differently, or I don't know. I feel like I want to change it up a little bit for 2026. Like potentially adding Wednesday onto the list. CLONimals 2 should be one wheel for animal and one wheel for their vice. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of coffee drinkers. Alright, well I am gonna over edit this grasshopper because I really like him. I think where I'd like to be with CLONimals is before I fly out again to go home. I'm about to hop on another plane soon, which I'm not excited about. I'm excited to go home and see family, but I'm not excited about hopping on a plane. But I think it'd be nice if I had all of the CLONimals like colored, and then on the plane ride I could like make edits to the colors. Because like for today, I don't think it's wise for me to like think too hard about color. I think I'm just gonna color them so that, where's my mouse here? So that when I go back and edit them, like it's really easy to adjust the color because the like fill is already there. I'm not even gonna think about color much. So like grasshopper is green, his eyes are white, crown is, you know, gold. I'll color all of these. And then I realized that I thought I finished up all of like the edits that I wanted to make. Turns out there was an entire page I forgot to look at, and there were a lot of CLONimals I wanted to like redraw on that page. So I'm gonna do that one off stream. And then I think there's a chance, which Stubby, if you're here, I need to reach out to you, or if you know, you can tell me now. But I really want to do the Clon original sketches, and I think yours is up next. And I forget if I asked you what you want for a Clon original sketch. And you don't have to say it on stream, but I need to like DM you or something. Unless you know it, then I can write it down. Because I know I gotta do yours and JL's. I know JL's already. And then, let's see. Oh, Ravi, I still need to do yours too. We did Cosmics. Yeah, Stubby, JL, and Ducks Fan. That's the other. Okay, so we only have 4 more to do. Because we've already done one of them. One of the 5. I wanted to complete those up. And I really need to start thinking about sending out the one I already did. I've been thinking of mine. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, luckily you got time, Ducks Fan, because yours is the last one. But I'm glad that you've been thinking about it. Let's make that the same color. Do red, blue. For now. I don't know if it's possible. I was envisioning something with my cat wolf squaring off or something, seeing them in some sketch. One way or the other. I feel like they're rivals and should be. Okay. Yeah. Do you mind, just so it's easier for me, do you mind just like, you can send it in the chat, your cat number and your wolf number? That way, like, off stream, I can go look at them. I can start thinking how they're gonna square off and how I can draw that. Body. Nice. All right, like I said, I am not focusing on what color I'm using today. I'm more so just coloring. He's one of my favorites. The Regal Grasshopper. And let's see, Mellow Cheetah was the last one. Legendary Camel. Thank you. Actually, now let me write that down. Where are my sticky notes? Jeej used all my sticky notes. Here we go. I found one. Oh. Cat. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I'll look at that later. I've been meaning to ask you about it. I just kept forgetting. I appreciate that. That's kind of why I took a small pause on the CLONimals. I was like, I don't think anyone's in a rush to get these. It's more so I love the content that gets created from them. But also I wanted to I just want to be completed. With CLONimals, I want to complete it. Because it just feels like it's been going on longer than it should have, at least in my head. And I really want them to be done so that we can start using them for things. feel like I was gonna do something with this. I think there's potentially a redraw. This guy. I also needed to do a coloring stream because, like, I haven't used my drawing tablet in a little bit. Whenever it's been a while with my drawing tablet, I feel like I have to, like, calibrate myself again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely tired. But, I am happy so far. I don't think I got sick from the trip. Because there's definitely a flu going around in the world. Like, that was one thing I was worried about. But luckily in Japan, a lot of people wear masks. Just in their daily life. Then some of the other Cool Cats members all got sick recently. So definitely something that's going around for sure. Right before the holiday season. He's got his red shoes on. Nice. Man, I do, even though these colors are very quick, I just love seeing the CLONimals in color. They help so much. Wait, you'll have a Blue Cat thumbs up Christmas without me? Hey, what's up, Tim? Oh, come on in, dude. Let me, I also... No, yeah, let me Twitch chat. Welcome on in, dude. I hope you've been doing well. As always. Oh, here's the croc. Oh, blue... Dude. Sheepy, my brain right now. I'm realizing how tired I am after talking about it. Wait, that quickly fills everything? Yeah, Tim, I would love to, like, Christmas of the Blue Cat album. Ooh, we should, let's make a Christmas album. The Blue Cat. Wait, Tim, like, how well does it work? Or like, man, I have a lot of questions about a quick action Photoshop fill. Because obviously you're seeing how I'm doing it, which is like, I'm doing it on a different layer. Does the Photoshop action put everything on the same layer? Like, outline included? Or, I have so many questions. I would love to know about this, actually. This could speed up my workflow by a lot. I've just, that's definitely something I need to get better at. That I'm really not good at is challenging how I can be more efficient. I'm kind of just sort of like satisfied with how my ways of drawing. That I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I'll go the tedious route, even though Photoshop has gotten smarter and can do all these things for me. Blue cat got ran over by a reindeer walking home from Milk Chug on Christmas Eve. What's that song about grandma getting ran over by a reindeer? Grandma got ran over by a reindeer? No. For anyone who's watched Hot Rod. You don't even need to connect the strokes? Dude. I need to know about this. I think the main thing I want to know is the coloring layer on a different layer than the outline layer? I would assume yes. And it splits it on a new layer and pieces the layers underneath. That's perfect. Yep, that's exactly you answered my question. That's perfect. But I think that would be my biggest hang up if it wasn't that way, is like I definitely need the line art on its own layer. 100%. Okay, I'm over editing now. I need to not do this so zoomed in. Cause like, man, now you're making me debate if I should even be coloring this right now. I'm like, if you're telling me I can do this better with a quick action. Tim, Tim, I might have just sent you a friend request on Discord. I know from my end, I need to stop. I need to honestly figure out. I have my Discord like blocked from like anyone sending me a friend request because it really got out of hand, but I have a feeling those days are behind me. But I sent you a friend request. I hope that worked. I kind of thought we were already friends, but the fact that I could send you a friend request made me think otherwise. But I would love to learn more about this. Let me see if this eyeball looks any funnier if I go like that. Yeah. He is a goofy croc after a while, after all. Just love doing that with the eyes. That's something I've done since I was a kid. I'm like trying to think back. I had an old Mickey Mouse cassette that I used to listen to all the time. And I remember, I think it was like wacky or zany or something like that. And it had Mickey Mouse's eyes doing that, or like the pupils were in 2 different directions. And I feel like that's like what subconsciously I think of whenever I do that. Whenever I do like this, that I just did for the croc. Alright, let's start coloring. The other reason I like whatever this plugin or script is because of how I'm doing it. Like, it doesn't leave the cleanest like line. It's kind of hard to explain. So if I was like draw a circle here, and I was to fill it in with the paint bucket, there's like an outline there. Like, I doubt you can see it here. You can kind of see it. I think if I used a darker background, but there's like an outline where the pixels didn't fully mesh. So you do it twice. You can kind of see, like, maybe you can't see it on stream. Maybe I'm using the worst colors here. Let me use something like darker. Use the paint bucket tool, and there's like some outline there that you can see. And one way is just to like paint over it again, or to just use the paint bucket tool again. But then it like the outline there around everything gets like crunchier. So that's why I don't like using it. And so I'm hoping that this what you just sent me can help fix all of that. Thank you. Test this out. So let's see. I'm guessing I can't do this live. And is it a plugin that I need to load in? Sheepy with the Christmas jingles. We're creating the Christmas album. You're a mean one, Mr. Kira, or Mrs. Kira. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Kira. I keep saying Mr. because of Mrs. Kira. I think now it's an appropriate time to start listening to Christmas jingles on stream. Like, what would Chugs' song be? Alright, so that's the skin layer. I can see Kira sneaking into the milk jug and stealing all the decorations and gifts. Yeah, she really is, she would be the Grinch in this scenario. And then, Bones would be like the little dog. Although Bones would definitely be helping with like the mischief, you know? Oh, I don't have my keyboard set over there. You can do it live. Click in Photoshop, click on filters, actions. Okay. Okay. Oh, now let me open Discord on this computer. Okay. Okay. The Tim action. I love it. Filters. Click on filters action. Am I blind? Oh, okay. I was like, wait. Actions. Okay. Actions, and then I probably add down here, and then action 1. Let's just do autofill. Oh wait, I thought I should be able to. Maybe I had to do the import function. Let's move this over here and close that tab group. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this, and then I go import, new action, clear all actions. I kind of want to clear everything that's currently there, because I don't think I've used any of them. Yeah, destroy them all. Okay. Function key. Okay, so button mode, new action, which it could be that reset. Oh, load actions. Here we go. And then downloads, and then Tim. Okay, and then I need to hotkey that to something. Okay, so right now it's on Command F12. Let's just keep it at that for a second. So now, how do I properly use it is the next question. I'm just curious here. Wait. I just went for the and play action. Select the green you want the croc and select the line art layer. Okay. Use this green, and then I selected the line art layer, and then I use the. Oh, interesting. Let me redo this. Okay. Interesting. And then you just go boom. Huh. Wow. And then if I was to, wow, okay. Obviously there are some things that are like where it like overcolored, but that's not that bad. And I bet part of that is because like the I'm curious on using this on like a cleaner drawing that I have, because these drawings aren't like super clean. And there's probably like a lot of artifacts and stuff. Let me get like a line art drawing here. Like something else I've done. That's a lot cleaner looking. It's not perfect. I have 5 different fill actions, but this is great for line arts that have lines that. Yeah, no, this is great. This is definitely cool. I don't even know where you began with creating that. That's really cool. Do I have just like a. Yeah, I think this is cleaner. This is literally the first thing I could find. Maybe it's not super clean, but so you can be like, I want her to be pink, and then you just go like, wow, that's really cool. Like, there's definitely a lot of situations where that is gonna. Oh, I kind of see what it's doing. It like automatically. Man, how do you go about doing this? Select current layer, select layer styles, make layer. I can kind of see like the actions that happen here. That's really interesting. Now you're making me want to like fine tune my own, like based off of what you've done here. That's really interesting. Jugs the milk carton was a jolly happy soul with cow spots and a face grin. In a friendly chugs, the milk carton is a fairy tale. They say he was made of snow. But the children know how he came to life one day. He is a snowman. I definitely did not sing that one in a tune. Now I want to throw in all of the Milk Chug characters and be like, turn this into a Christmas album. Instead of snow, it should be milk. Oh my god. Yeah, actually, Tim, I might hit you up after this if you want to ever jump on a call. And then I also want to talk about doing a dual stream together, because I think that'd be a lot of fun. But real quick, I gotta go use the restroom, so I'll be right back. Oh my, okay, now you guys have done it. Now you guys have done it. How dare you engage in chat while I'm gone? Wow. Wow, Stubby. You know what? I'm just gonna refund your Clon original drawing after that. I'm just kidding. I would never. What a crappy thing to do. How dare you engage in my chat? Yeah. Yeah, literally this emote to a T of like It was sheepy. It was me. Oh man. You're not allowed to use the dumper. I want more dumper emotes now. But I could have sworn we tried to use, we tried to do the Kira dumper. And I feel like it didn't work out that well. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing? Where's the tongue? I do like this fill feature, Tim, by the way. Oh, NPS actions click button mode. Button mode. Oh, actions. It was over here. Okay. And then does this like record what does button mode do? Tim's in chat. We need we should call them the Cozy Cat streams. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that does make it easier. Do I even need the actions panel up in general to do this? I mean, I guess I could figure that out myself. Just doing this. If I was to delete that or close that and then do green and then do. Oh no. Okay, so I can just close that all together. Cool. Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool to Command Z all of that, and it shows me like the steps it took to get there. That's cool. That's interesting. So now I understand why it's connecting in certain places, but that's if I'm leaving any gaps, you know, it's making that connection for me. That's interesting. But now I understand why it did like some of the things it did. But yeah, Tim and I, our collab streams should be called the Cozy Cat streams. I don't know what we do, but I think we could do some fun stuff. Oh wait, I need to do everything on its own layer, because just to say it again, these are not going to be the final colors of each CLONimal. I'm just sort of coloring quickly, so then, like for instance, if I'm sitting on the couch later, I can just I can easily do this all on a laptop sitting on the couch. You always draw with all the lines connected? Not always. I think typically I do. I feel like typically I do, especially CLONimals, but not always. I feel like Blue Cat is the only character I truly don't connect all the lines for. Because like, it's just how I ended up drawing him. It's so funny because I think because I don't connect the lines with Blue Cat and maybe some of the things in the background, whenever we would do like external projects or like partner projects and they were trying to draw in my style, it's almost like they'd go overboard with like not connecting the lines. And I'm like, I get it. Like, I understand why you did that, but I don't do that with everything. Scales, I guess we'll call them. Which would be these? Yeah, I'm trying to think of where else I might do it actually. And his Crocs will just be... They'll be orange now. Cool. Okay. Yeah, and I definitely think oh, I needed to this whole time I've needed to have this on, the guideline on. I guess it doesn't matter because I can just he's fine. He's alright. He can fit like that. It's alright. Okay, so the turkey definitely needs to get downsized. He was way too big. So the reason I definitely think the fill feature might be problematic for specifically CLONimals, like just CLONimals, is because it's so like these drawings are so tiny and I had to like scan them at the highest DPI, and then some of them have like you know, like they have all these like rough edges to them. I think that's the only reason it might throw out some weird results for this, because the line work is not clean. But it makes me wonder what it would be like on one of my like high-res clean drawings. I'm definitely going to be using this, Tim. Like 100%. It saves so much time even already. Even if I have to go back and make edits, it's still saving me time. So thank you. I imagine it would have been a bit easier to have all the lines connect when it comes to building out layers and traits for NFT collections. That's a really good question. Because now I want to like open up the... Let me think about that for a second. That's a really good question. It's like... Yes, if all the lines connected, it would be easier. 100%. But I guess that's the short answer. Because when it came to not coloring the layers, but when it came to mix and matching the layers, yeah, you had like things laying on top of each other, and if you had two spots that like had a line break laying on top of each other, it would create a weird result. So yeah. Also, man, this turkey needs a lot of cleanup. I'm like starting to think this like each like scan has been treated a little differently. Actually, let's just for, you know, testing this out. What happens if we try to do a fill layer on something that definitely is not cleaned up? Okay. I can see, yeah, this is what I expected, was the, I really understand, I feel like I fully understand how your action works now, based off of this, what happened down here. So that's interesting. But either way, that was never my intention. I was gonna clean this up. But that's interesting. So even if I need to like really clean these up. And I hate that I really want to I know I shouldn't do this because it would take so much time. But I really want to like redraw all of the CLONimals, but at a higher resolution with like my nicer brush. Like, I can never just be satisfied. I'm like, I can always make it look cleaner. Original or crispy, chat? Original. Oh, we're talking about KFC? Actually, I ended up having KFC in Japan on the last day. To be honest, so is that Sheepy? Is that a KFC question? I think I would say crispy. But I can't say I know KFC well enough to have an opinion. But I've always liked a crispy chicken tender, or crispy chicken, fried chicken. Yeah. Oh no, he's definitely eating KFC. Yeah, 100%. You are correct there. But I actually didn't know KFC gave you a choice of crispy or original. I guess I never went. It's funny, I feel like in Georgia, I still never went to KFC. I think I would always go to Chick-fil-A or Zaxby's. I went to a Zaxby's a lot. But I also think I'm more of a chicken tender fan than like fried chicken fan, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like fried chicken is when you're eating it like off the bone, and how I think a lot of people like to eat it. Give me something boneless. I'm too lazy. Okay. Dude, this turkey needed a lot of cleanup. Holy moly. This is why I was trying to avoid drawing anything outside of the pencil outline. It's because like this part of the cleanup takes forever. I'm trying to think of like where the nearest KFC in LA is. The first time I went to KFC in Japan, it was kind of bad. But I was like, I bet it was the place I went to. I bet the place I went to made it bad that day. And then this time I had it, it was delicious. I was also really hungry, but it was delicious. Okay, I think I've done enough cleanup. I think I've done enough cleanup here. That turkey's getting stuffed. Yeah. Can you see how the turkey looked on paper? And then the scanned image? Yeah. It, here, let me show you. That's one thing. Those are probably two things you guys should not have seen. Damn it. I don't think it matters too much. Okay. I was trying to open this in. Those were storyboards for something later. So this is the high-res scan. That doesn't look so high-res. And then I actually don't know if I don't have my top-down camera. I literally just put it back up. But then Tim, sorry, this is gonna be the best way I have to show it to you. Only because and then that's the I don't think you'll see it in high res. But that's the turkey right there. And then turkey in Photoshop. So it's a 1-inch drawing. That's why it's so tiny. It's a 1-inch drawing. This one's a little bit bigger than 1 inch. And then I did the scan at 120 DPI to just try to get as much detail from it as possible. But the reason I'm realizing this isn't looking good is because even here you can see like the gross, like in between, like, I don't know. The reason I try to do all of these in just pen is because I want the cleanup process to be easier. But then for the other CLONimals, we've been doing it where we go to threshold and we bump threshold to like 202, and it like really makes the outline like black. And then I'll take it, I'll bring out the like magic erase. Oh, it's just gigantic right now. One sec. You know, and I'll just like knock out the white. That's how I've been doing it for these, so I can do them in bulk. How I would traditionally do it with, like, if I was just doing one drawing, if this was only the turkey, instead of doing threshold, I would have done levels. If I was only doing the turkey, so then I could like really fine tune just the turkey here and try to like clean up, like avoid some of those like speckly bits. Try adjusting curves. Yeah, it's funny, Ravi was showing me this with photos, with adjusting his curves. I'm so bad at it, and yeah, he did the thing where he like did something like this, but this is for photos that he did this with. And I don't think it's gonna work. He did something like this for like photography, and I was like, oh cool. Obviously it's not gonna work with this. Let me redo that, because that's not how I should do it. But I wonder if you can select black and then select white, similar to levels here. You can curve to remove outer marks. Yeah, I'm still just so bad at it. I think that's definitely the move there, because I can even tell it's getting rid of some of the extra stuff. The problem is the turkey is one of the worst examples for us to use. So like, let me really something. Let's go to the regal grasshopper. Oh my gosh, this is not gonna wanna. Where he's like completely within the box, and then we'd want to like that, and then. Yeah, I wish I had a scan of a, whoa, I don't like that flickering that happens. Sorry, y'all. Oh, but now we're just adjusting the white and select the black. Add a dot in the middle of the curve and move it. Okay. I think let me revert. I think I went too far there. Okay, curves. All right, let's select black, select white. Add the dot in the middle, and let's start sliding stuff. And then move the middle dot up or down, I'm guessing. Like, I feel like... because it's never going to remove, like, the bumpiness that's there. It's mainly removing... and does it matter which one I'm selected on? You're probably over here like, he's doing it wrong. Just I'm trying my best. Yeah, because it's like any of that gray, and I'm not gonna remove any of probably that either. It's like But some of the speckles inside of there, like if I was to move this dot down, further down. Okay, so that needs to be up there still. So if I move this up, like you can, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing the differences now. It's like really this dot. Well, let's just test this out. Because really, oh, whoa, what just happened? Because now if I was to do this, you know, I feel like this is the best way of testing. Is now let's make a layer. Let's make a layer that's black. Oh, that's not black. Yeah, and the fact that you can still see, like, that's how I know I did it wrong. That's how I know I did it wrong. Is that you can see them. So, I feel like the way to do it is, let's keep adjusting the levels here. Or maybe it wasn't the curves that we did, it was the tolerance here. Let's lower the tolerance. Is that no. Here. What if the tolerance is up? I think I just fully erased it. Okay, see, that's how it's done. That's how I need to be doing it. If he's invisible, now he's perfectly one color. So, boom, that's the test there. That's how I should be doing it. God, this is why I want to like go back and draw all the CLONimals again, because I feel like all of them have that issue to them, and they're just gonna look bad long term. But also, like, God, it would take, there's 100 of them. So it depends how bad I want it, which I kind of do want it because I like the CLONimals a lot. The problem is all these like speckles, which let's try this out now that move that to its own layer. Yeah, that's just curious. Yeah, he's colored. And, you can see all those speckles. That's funny. Yeah, so that's the only thing I need to figure out is I just feel like it's a hard thing to do. I don't think I can get rid of those speckles and have it, that's a pretty cool cat. Thanks, Glitch Cakes. Let me put your comment on screen. Yeah, he's definitely a cat. Yeah. Now we're looking at the regal grasshopper. Because then, what if I brought... Because we just colored the regal grasshopper. I wonder if you can see any difference between the two. Oh my dude. Sorry, y'all. Kind of hard to tell because I colored in one of them, but it's like, let me. Oh, interesting. Actually, this one is the one that has like some coloring in there. This one doesn't. Oh, they're both invisible. So obviously I did do something right. I did do something right because the other one is invisible. Huh. Maybe that's why Threshold was good. When I did Threshold, It let's go to the croc real quick. The croc is invisible. Yeah, okay. So this might be why the threshold layer was good that we did. Which was essentially, instead of, we're just gonna revert all the way back. Okay, so what I originally did, which I guess just I guess the downside of threshold is it just made it so crunchy, but it did 202 was my number that I did, but I guess it makes everything like perfect black so that when I do this, you know, it's not leaving any gray behind. I think, you know, theoretically speaking. Yeah, okay. All right. The specs, can't you just double click on the layer and give it a fill? Black to color? Probably. Probably. There's so many things I do in Photoshop I probably could be doing differently. But you're saying black color to question mark? So are you saying, like, if I was to do like just the outline layer, if I was to double click it, and you're saying like add gradient overlay. Hey, where's color overlay? Huh? Isn't there, wait, this is something I do all the time. Isn't there color overlay? Oh, I don't want gradient. Yeah, but why isn't it why isn't it displaying color overlay? That's always like right here. Am I blind? Am I like, because it's not gradient, it's not pattern. No, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, where's color overlay? There it is. Why wasn't that on there? Yeah, okay. I've never had to do that before with color overlay. No, this is the other way of doing it. So you're right. If I was to do it this way, this is actually how I like to color things. And why today I was like, this is typically how I color, is I put in the fill of everything, and then I double click, do color overlay, and then I start to just like adjust the color so I can see it updating live in front of me. But then if I decided I made a mistake, I can just go back. So this is typically how I color things. And I just feel like it's the cleanest way to color. But you're right, with the outline color, that would be the ultimate solve. So I could do it a cleaner way with the curves and then just throw the color overlay on top of everything. Get rid of that. But unfortunately, we're on CLONimal 93. So if I want to do that, I then have to do them all to all of them. Dang, that's what CLONimals 2 is for. CLONimals 2 is where I've taken everything I've learned from the first set and now I've applied that to the second set. So the first set is definitely the rougher set. For sure. The V1s. And I think I even want to add that. You get a full belt buckle looking thing. But yeah. Because obviously it's, you know, we've got all these like stray marks in here. And at some point, I need to just be okay with those being there. I think it's more so the ones in the very outline that I'd like to get rid of. Like, but I can't zoom in this much, or else I start to just over critique. And I think these are not worth it. They're supposed to look like a pen drawing. So those like little imperfections are good, but I will admit they bug me. They bug me to look at. But then we want this turkey to be, let's just make him pink. The color does not matter right now. And so then I can go in and start erasing. That definitely helps. I definitely like this fill feature, even if I have to go back in and erase some stuff. I think it's still worth it. Still saves a lot of time. Because like, boom, now it's done. And when it comes to like shading things, if I'm unfortunately not doing shading for CLONimals, but if I was, it's like now I can just make that mask layer super quickly, and then I can start adding like the you know, the outlines to everything, or the shadow layer to everything, just super easily. But for CLONimals, they don't get shadows, or else we would be here even longer. So the white layer. Dude. I should not be jet lagged right now, but I am. This turkey's getting roasted. White, red. And honestly, I really don't need to be coloring each individual color on its own layer. Like, I could get away with essentially like painting and just doing everything on one layer. But I think that should be white. I think it would save some time. Alright, then the chicken. We're just gonna choose this color. We're not thinking about colors right now, we're just getting color on the page. Okay, red. Turkey's tails, I forget. Is the white... Is this part white? I think this part is white. Just color everything on one layer. Use the paint. Yeah, that's the better. I think that's the better and faster way to do things. I need to be doing it that way. Because, like, I guess the only upside to the way I'm doing it, like, this is the only upside. And I think this is the reason Turkey's definitely not sharing. This is his Thanksgiving. It's like, there's only one reason to do it the way I'm doing it. And that's because I can globally change the color white. You know, if I wanted to, like, change any of that. Like, that is the only reason. So, in a lot of cases, I don't really need to do that. And which is why painting in one layer is just faster and more efficient. But I've already come this far. It's sort of like my answer to everything right now is like, well, I've already done about 100 of them, so let me just keep on keeping on, and then next time I'll fix it. Peak. Select paint bucket and contiguous. Okay. Oh, it is selected. That is selected. Oh, you can't see it. I have it at tolerance 32. Oh, unselected. Oh, oops. Test painting on the white. Oh, whoops. Give me a sec. Oh my god! Tim, thank you. Thank you, Tim. God damn it. Oh my god. How did I never know that? How did I never know that? Oh my god. How did I never know that? Dude, what? How did I never know that? I am so mad at myself. Like, oh my god. So, Tim is now up there. There's been now 2 people, and this includes Tim, that have changed my life in Photoshop. So one of them was the hotkey. One of them was this hotkey, where you have 2 objects on the same layer, and to quickly move one of them to a different layer, cut it out and move it to a different layer, Command Shift J, or Control Shift J, whatever you're on. So now these dots are on different layers, and it automatically moved that. That was one that changed my life. Tim just came in, and what I was talking about earlier, I'm gonna revert the paint bucket tool back to how it was. This is how it comes by default. And yes, you should never assume the streamer knows everything. That's 100% true. So I have white on a completely different side of the drawing and white on, both sides. So I'm trying to change white to orange, or that was black. I'm trying to change white to orange, and it's only doing that tile, which has its perks. It does have its perks. Like, there's sometimes a reason. So I have to click all of those individually if I want all of the white on here to turn to the same color. But if I uncheck that, it knows that whatever is white now all changes at the exact same time, and saved me hours of my life, I think. I think that's what just happened here. Thank you, Tim. Absolute legend. Thank you. Man, I need to learn more about Photoshop. I've never forced myself to learn more about Photoshop. I've just been like sort of content with what I've already known. Wow. So I'm assuming now, let me now try something here. So I'm assuming the answer is yes to this. So let's put all of the colors, every single color I've drawn, let's just merge layers here. So now if I'm trying to select the yellow, let's use the paint bucket tool. Now if I'm trying to switch the yellow to orange, it does that. Okay. So now that everything is orange, I think this is where you could potentially destroy what you did. Is now we want it to go back to white. Yeah, now it changes the beak because I used the same color. So that's just something to be mindful of when you're doing this. But if you're painting and I'm like, ooh, I really wish the white was an off-white. Now everything is changing. Man, that saved me so much time. That's insane. That's insane, actually. God. The second I clicked and noticed what happened, that's when I had to get up. Oh my god. Hell yeah. There's definitely like flaws to this, but as long as you're understanding of what the flaws could be and you can avoid that, this saves so much time. It saves so much time. Oh, whoops. Oh, interesting. Okay, so that's another thing. So I'll need to click it back on to then do that. Okay, interesting. So that's cool. That's cool. I'm okay with that. One interesting thing is, I guess you could just paint over it. But if you're just trying to do on the fly switch, okay, that's very cool. Very cool. And so I'm like, oh, you know what? I actually want this turkey to be green. Let's make him green. That easy, man. I don't have to do. Wow. Yeah, I do need to do an emote in honor of Tim. I was thinking about giving Tim VIP for that one. You guys have no idea how much that helps. It's just a simple switch. There's probably so many things I don't know. Oh, and I guess I would make this white. And then I would make this like, think of a lighter brown somewhere. So I don't want to use the same brown. This is where you don't want to use the same color if you plan on changing it. But at the same time, you can just manually go in and change it, which is also, you know, still easy to do. But for when, you know, for knowing the difference. Okay, I saved so much time. Now I need to color everything this way going forward. Because like breaking them into different, the like argument I had for having each color in its own layer really isn't as effective anymore, knowing what Tim just told me. So like I no longer need to do Crocs, pants, shirt, white, scales, fill. That's sort of out the window now. Wow. Okay. Now what I still need to do is clean up, unfortunately. That has not gone away. I do have to still clean up here. But that's a product of my own like, I didn't draw within the box, basically. But I still get to do something easy, which is like, let's select dark blue and then just go bada bing, bada boom. He's ready to go. He's colored. He's filled. You know what? Oops. You know, I'm deciding this myself. Alright, Tim. Tim, you've officially been VIP'd. That knowledge was, like, the two things that you just gave me today have now, going forward, will save me, like, long-term hours of my life. Like, I'm not even joking. The knowledge you just gave me was so massive. I can't get over that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you've earned VIP for that one. Thank you. And you're an artist, so I like you sticking out in chat. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna be thinking about that one for weeks now. Of being very, very happy but also mad at myself for never knowing that. I can't believe I never knew that. Okay, so like automatically filling it is great, and then now I'm just gonna paint on top of this layer. And if I wanted to be even cleaner about it, I could make this layer its own mask as well. So now I can't color outside of it. Yeah. VIP! Tim got the VIP badge. Yeah. You earned it, man. You earned it for that one. And then, right, I can just color all in the same layer. And then, just for now, let's give it like pink eyes. That has a nice little contrast. Oh, I did want to clean up the eye outline here. Be more like that. Yeah. I can't imagine the feeling of spending countless hours in the software to have your world turned in that. Like that's literally what just happened, Stubby. Like to a T. That's exactly what just happened. My world just got, in the best way possible, just like changed. Because this has been fun to watch. What's up, Naomi? How you doing? Welcome on in. We just learned some life-changing things. Interesting, I never mask like that. I only lock transparent pixels. I think on max it's slash. So like, we're here to learn. I will sometimes do like a mask like that, because if I'm starting to, because like if I know, now that you've given me the like entire fill, it's like now I can be like a little kid, and like I'll never color outside the line. Obviously right there, but that's like that's fine. That's just a product of the mask. It's like now I can never color outside the edge. And where this really, really, really comes into play for me, I would probably not do it on this layer, but I always seem to do it on like a shadow layer, where now I want to add like some shading, and I like do something like this, you know? That's where I really will do it. And I'll do like a hard light, or even soft light, but then I lighten it. That way I'm never coloring outside the main fill here. And because you've given me the main fill with a click of a button, I do want to try to fine tune that, because I think it can, and I think you've probably done it too. Lock transparent pixels slash does the same thing, I think. Okay, so now let's do that. How do I lock transparent pixels? So if I was to, what you're saying is, oh wait. Luckily I do want to learn this one. I don't think it'll be a huge change. Oh, just with slash? With that slash. So now that that's just locking the layer, or locking... Oh. There goes Tim doing Tim things right there. God damn it, Tim. I love you, but man, this is making me hate myself. God damn it. No, why are you teaching me everything? So what's like, I'm just wondering what the downside of that would be. Like, I just literally click slash and now you can't color outside the lines. I guess here to make this more obvious for maybe a viewer, like let's take yellow here, and now yellow can't. Wow. Just locks. So I don't understand, like, obviously there's this lock up here, and that just locks the layer. Oh, I see the difference. I see the difference. Timothy. So like if you look at the little lock, well, let me revert back so we don't have this yellow here. So there is locking your layer, which I thought that was at first. And then there's locking with transparency. Oh, wait. Yeah, wait, so something went wrong there. Because I saw the difference at first. Where you just click slash. Yeah. So now the lock itself isn't like filled. You can see that the lock is transparent. For shadow, you clip into what has the lock? So are you saying you do a clipping mask like that? This is okay, so clipping masks, I know for a fact I could be doing better, and I've just I think I've been really like stuck in my own ways / like adamant about it. So what you're saying is now that I've done this, I can just have the shadow layer sort of like that. Yeah, and then I can get the same result. That's it. Okay. Yep. You know, it's funny, when I had other illustrators on the team, they were doing clipping masks, and I knew they were doing it right. Like, I knew they were doing it right, but I still would do it my way. And I think you forcing me to do this on stream has been massively helpful. I think yeah, wow. Tim Draws, everybody. Go follow him, for real. Like, Tim knows way more than I do. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Tim. I can't express that enough. Thank you. Although, in this case, I am gonna delete the shadow layer. So what I want to know now is maybe this black isn't the best black I should be using, but let's use something darker. Okay, so what I want to know now is, because of how this is why I have a actually everyone get a cozy penguin. This is why I have cozies and wolf and my woofy and my waddly. I still have the waddly sticky note that I drew. Japan was great. Japan was really great. I used to, at the beginning of the stream, I had like a map of where I went, but it was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. If you do want to know, you should rewind and watch that part. So what I want to know here is there an easy way? So now we've deleted transparent pixels. So you can't color in transparent pixels. Oh, I can't even use the clear function anymore. But what if I just erase? Whoa, what's happening there? Whoa. Oh, whoa, interesting. Okay, so what's happening is it's choosing the color I have underneath. So if I erase, it uses the color on my swatch panel that's underneath. A lot of this might not make sense to y'all because you're just not seeing my like panels that are like off this to the side. Okay, so that's not what I wanted. What I was wondering is, I guess I delete transparent pixels, then I would need to do my cleanup on the side here. So like you can like kind of see that some of the blue made it outside of here. That's just a product of the outline layer being messy and not like a clean line. So once I've figured that out, and gotten that all clean, then I would add the slash feature. And now there's no way of coloring outside the outline here. Wow. Oh man, you've just sped up my whole process by a long shot here. And it's like, it's funny because for CLONimals, I actually care less about this process, but for everything else that I do, everything you just taught me will help out. Wow. I feel like such a dum-dum. A cozy with a gold duck on its head, let's go. I actually love my woofie. I wonder if I have that. Easily is accessible to find. Great one to have. Solid one to have. Man. We're doing a drawing stream where Tim just teaches us how to do everything. Now, if only there was a way to clean up all this BS that I have. And there might be. Actually, Tim, what's your preferred software? Do you like using Photoshop? Man, he's a Photoshop wizard. I knew I was not a Photoshop wizard. Just to put that out there. I knew I was doing things wrong, but I would like to know more at this point. Procreate I struggle to use for some reason. I don't know why. I just, I recommend it to people all the time, but I personally struggle with it. The fill feature that they have in Procreate is really interesting. It's like all of these I have to get rid of. I have Procreate just because there's no subscription. Yes. No, I fully, like, that is the first program I recommend to people because most people have access to an iPad. And then all you have to do is buy the pencil, you know? So, yeah, I fully agree. Procreate is great. I think if just like drawing is what you do for a living, that's when you consider upgrading. But at the same time, there are people who do a lot in Procreate that are like far better than I can ever be. So I use Clip Studio for the quick fill feature. That's interesting. Clip Studio. Can't you animate in Clip Studio? You know, another thing I was considering getting into is, dude, this drawing is like really rough, actually. Sorry, I'm looking at this with all these like little bits that are really bad. But what I was gonna say is, I've been really thinking about getting into like 2D Unity, which is like, I think the cheaper, free, easier to like more accessible version. But I really want to get into like spine animation, just so I could take my static drawings, like dissect them a little bit and then rig them, and that way like I could do animation without having to do like the pain of animation frame by frame, even though I love frame by frame so much more. It's just, I don't think I'll ever be that good. I think there's certain things you just kind of like know about yourself, and I'm like, I don't think I have the patience to do frame by frame. What's the software called? It's Unity. It's just Unity, but it's like, might be like 2D Unity is like the specific thing. And then in there you can make rigs of your drawings, and then they're like game ready, so that you could throw it to you could rig it and then have animations already made, like a run cycle, idle, jump, you know, whatever. You have everything, and then you can just pass that to like a game dev, And now when they're using your character, like all of that is figured out for them. There are other programs that do it, and probably better ones, but the reason I like that one is because it's apparently very accessible and free, I think. Like, for instance, you know, Link at Cool Cats is trying to make some games and stuff, and like if I could just pass him over a version of Blue Cat that's like rigged up, and I've done the animations for it of like what a jump looks like, what a sitting down looks like, what a drinking coffee looks like, all of that, and then he can just like start actually making that a game and like adding the function to it. I was gonna say, like, Tim, I feel like that's what you used for your app and your downhill skateboarding game. I feel like you did that, unless you just made all those animations as like a PNG sequence or a GIF, and that's what you passed over. But I was like, you did a very good job of it. I'm gonna make it. I can't get over. I just have to click a button, and it was like, boom, he's colored. He's colored, and I can see that you've already added the transparent layer lock, which is cool, but I do need to go in and erase some stuff. I'm just so glad to know what that lock means too, because I just assumed you were locking the layer, but no, you were locking transparent pixels. I didn't even know that was a thing you could do. Yeah, and then now I can block the transparent and start coloring. Yeah, Spine 2D for... Okay, so you did use Spine, and I think that also works. Obviously it did work for you. And I bet they're very similar. I bet they're not that different. It was just Unity was the one I heard about. Can't get over the paint bucket tool. I'm still thinking about it. Feels like as I'm coloring this all on one layer now. Good point. You can delete the... Oh, and the action. Yeah, only because of the little things on the edge, but I actually really like that you added that. I think if I was to fine-tune the fill feature, which I kind of like, with CLONimals it's whatever. I think there's gonna be issues with CLONimals because of the nature of the line work. But I think for some of my other work where like, I really think about like, every line is intentional and is in high res, the fill feature probably would work really well. And therefore, having the transparent lock already made is really cool. Luckily either way, it's just one click to add it, so, man. That's so cool. And I can't color outside the edges. Love that. Okay, so another thing I want to experiment with real quick is, so if I was to do this, yeah, so then I do need to check it on to do this. But because this color is very, very close and similar to white, that if I was to change it to blue, wow, that's pretty accurate. But if I was to change, let's see, if the tolerance was like 75. Yeah, okay. So not that I don't think that's gonna really be an issue, because at 32, it knew the difference between the two. So that's cool. Oh, and I did forget to color in this over here. Okay. Very, very cool. Yeah, so it's almost like I leave the paint bucket tool to how I've always had it. Like that's what it should be by default. But then when I go in to like do the color edits, that's when I flip that switch off and just like make those edits very quickly instead of how I was doing it. It's like instead of making each thing its own hair. Can't get over that. Wow. Well, I might call it here, y'all. I am actually feeling really tired. And Tim just blew my brain. And now I feel like I'm gonna do all of this off stream because it's not that I feel like it's not that interesting anymore. Sorry, watching the coloring stuff. So I think I might, so Stubby, I'm saying this out loud if you're still here. I think I'm gonna do your Clon original drawing on Thursday's stream. Cause I think that'd be better content. And I'd rather do that than CLONimals right now. Cause I think with CLONimals, what's left is just me finishing them. And I think that's the tedious, less interesting part. The interesting part was rolling the wheel and just drawing. So yeah, I say that to you, Stubby, so that you're here for it, if you can be here for it. But I'm gonna start brainstorming what we can do with your cat and wolf. And then if you're there before we even start sketching, I'll probably have different ideas of what we could do. And then start sketching those things. So I should be here. No meetings on the calendar. Let's go. And Tim, I appreciate you saying thanks for the stream, and to you, thank you for the knowledge and being here. You definitely blew my mind. And we'll chat later. I think I'll at some point message you about potentially wanting to fine-tune the fill feature, because clicking that one button, huge, amazing. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys on Thursday's stream. I should not be jet lagged at that point. And thank you everyone for stopping by the stream today. Glad I'm back streaming. And then I think just thinking further, it won't be I don't think it'll be this year, but next year I think I am going to add Wednesday on the stream schedule, potentially a later time in the day. Maybe get some other people who can't normally watch, who are at work right now, really. So thank you again. I'll catch you guys on Thursday's stream. Stay safe out there. Don't get sick on me. And if you're with family and